Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Sanders Picks here, and we are back with another day of sports betting as of today, Saturday, April 17th, 2021. We have had a tremendous week this week. I think that we've had winning days every single day. Or no, maybe not every single day, because I think Monday and Tuesday we might have had losing days. But we are on a 4-day positive streak. If you guys tailed me on every bet yesterday, I went 4-2. I should have only went 4-1 because Damian Lillard was a late scratch, and I wish I would have just not. I wish I would have just cashed out, not played that game. But he ended up being a late scratch. No one saw it coming. And if I would have cashed out and rebet, they would have actually covered this new spread that they had for themselves. So honestly, it was just very unfortunate. We lost that one by 1 point. And then the other game, I think, was the Pelicans. The Pelicans went into overtime with the Wizards, and then I think they lost, or no, maybe not overtime. Maybe it was just close. I don't remember. But it was either late fourth quarter or late overtime. Russell Westbrook made a layup to win the game. So ended up losing on that one as well. But that's how sports betting goes. Excuse me. But overall, was 4-2 on the day. You really can't get too mad about that one. So today we've got a couple different games here. It looks like we have a 6-game slate. So let's just hop straight into it. First game, Utah Jazz versus the Lakers. Now the thing about this game that makes it interesting, Utah is down Donovan Mitchell. He hurt his ankle, has a sprain on his ankle, so he's expected to miss several games, even though it says it's questionable here. He's expected to miss several games, so you're looking at Mike Conley, Jordan Clarkson, Bogdanovich, Royce O'Neal, and Rudy Gobert. That's not a whole lot of scoring outside of Jordan Clarkson. They're not really going to have anyone that's going to be scoring the ball, I don't think, or at least in my opinion. And then again, Lakers, let's see. So Drummond is questionable, Morris is questionable, and Gasol's questionable. So keep an eye out. If Drummond is out, I really don't like this game because Rudy Gobert is just going to be a monster inside. But I would just keep a look on injury news. As long as Drummond's in, I feel like it's a pretty okay bet to take the Lakers. But the thing is like, this line is very close now without Donovan Mitchell. It's very, very, very close. So, it makes it tough. Not a huge fan of this game. Not a huge fan, I gotta be honest. You guys know how I am with those early games. I always go with the underdog, and I'm feeling pretty confident about the underdog in this situation. But I would want to wait for some injury news. So, next game is Cleveland versus Chicago. I've been preaching it all year to fade Chicago, but this might be the one game where the Bulls actually win. Let's see. Excuse me, I am so tired. So it looks like they have their whole team. Looks like the Cavs have their whole team. I want to take a look because I know Zach LaVine's out for Chicago, which is our primary source of scoring. Satoransky was a late scratch yesterday. They're on the second leg of a back-to-back. I feel like he's probably going to play, but yeah, I mean, like I said, a good chunk of their scoring is coming from, I guess, Vucevic now, Lauri Markkanen, who's coming off the bench, maybe, Thad Young. Other than that, they don't really have any scorers. I seriously am just going to fade the Bulls again. If they prove me wrong, I will be so happy, but as a Bulls fan. But for now, I'm going Cleveland +2. Actually, I might just go money line if it's positive odds. If it's positive odds, I might. Yeah, it's 105, 110, 112 in some spots. I'm genuinely going to take Cleveland money line. The thing is like, they've been playing really well since they got Kevin Love back. Obviously, there's not much you can do against Golden State when Steph has 33 on you, and he just goes absolutely berserk. So, not much you can do there. But they beat Charlotte. They kept it pretty close with New Orleans. They got blown out by Toronto. But did they have Kevin Love back in this one? Let me check. Yeah, they did. Okay. So, I mean, they have had some outliers, which is very unfortunate. Did Cleveland play yesterday? No. So they have had a rest day in between. Yeah, I got to be honest. I'm taking Cleveland money line. Cleveland money line or the spread if you want to be safe. But I think that they'll probably win this game outright. Chicago has been absolutely terrible. We lost our best scorer. We have a good potential to be losing our starting point guard tonight. And the Bulls, they've just been, like I said, they've just been absolutely atrocious. They got smoked by Memphis, lost to Orlando, lost to Memphis again by 11, lost to Minnesota, lost to Atlanta, and I'm pretty sure Atlanta didn't have Trae Young, and probably someone else, and we still lost all those games. So Chicago is so bad. I don't know. I don't understand. They should be good, but they're just not. I don't get it. So anyway, I'll quit rambling about that game. Cleveland +2 or the money line, whichever you're going with. I'm going to go with money line. I feel pretty confident in saying that. So next game is Detroit versus Washington. Washington is only 3.5 point favorites in some books, which is interesting to me. Let me check out some of the injury news. Smith Jr. is still questionable. Corey Joseph's questionable. Diallo's questionable. Okay. So that's a decent amount of scoring there that might be injured. Bertans, yeah, I saw he was a late scratch yesterday. So I'd say he's probably going to be out again. But the thing is like, I don't really think it's going to be that big of a deal. I mean, he is a stretch. Excuse me. God. He is a guy that's going to be able to stretch the floor, but at the same time, like, they have Rui Hachimura, who's way better than Davis Bertans. He can just do more with the basketball. They have Deni Avdija, who's a very good stretch. Obviously, their center position lacks pretty heavy, but they still have at least 50 points, 50 to 60 points between these two guards every night. So I just think that they're going to be able to outscore Detroit. I don't think Detroit is going to have enough firepower to stick with them. Even though Washington is coming off of a back-to-back, I do like Washington here, minus the 3.5 if you can get it, or -4. So next game is Golden State versus Boston. Boston is 4.5 point favorites. Golden State has been red hot because of Steph Curry. Clearly, James Wiseman is out, obviously. Kelly Oubre is questionable, so keep an eye on Kelly Oubre. Not like it's going to change it too much, but it will add more scoring to Golden State. So if Steph Curry's hot and Kelly Oubre's there, I feel like they have a good shot of covering it. But for now, I think I am going to take Boston -5. I feel like Boston is just a much better team. They have almost everyone back now. Yeah, the only one that's out is Robert Williams, probably, and Evan Fournier. So other than that, like they're almost at full strength. So they've just got a much better team. And I feel like as long as Marcus Smart guards Curry, I feel like he'll make it kind of tough on him. I just feel like it's a bad matchup for Golden State. I like Boston to win by at least 5. So next game is Memphis and Milwaukee. This one's a tough game for me. This one's a very, very tough game for me. Memphis is 8-point dogs without, and it looks like the only player that's going to be questionable is Brandon Clark, which could be huge for them. Because I think that if they do want to win, they will need someone to at least challenge Giannis. And it sure as hell isn't going to be Joval. Joval definitely doesn't challenge anything. He does not play like any defense. So they would need maybe Xavier Tillman, but I don't think that he's going to be the guy that's going to be able to stop Giannis. So I am going to go, if Brandon Clark plays, sorry, I have my little dog here. She's driving me nuts. She's chewing on everything. But I gotta be honest. I think that Memphis will cover. I do think that 8-point spread's a little bit too big. Memphis has been very, very good. Um, and it looks like the only player questionable is DiVincenzo. So, but that's really, I mean, it is going to add a little bit so that way they don't have to start a guy like Bryn Forbes. But in all seriousness, it's not really going to do, like, it's not really going to do too much. So, I got to be honest, I like Memphis here. Memphis has been red hot. Yeah, let's take a look just really quick at Memphis. But they've just been red hot. They've been a super good team as of late. They beat Chicago. They lost to Dallas by 1, and they shouldn't have lost to Dallas. You guys, if you guys watched my video on the 14th, you guys know I had Memphis money line, and Luka makes the leaning 3-ball of like all get out, and then they beat Chicago again. They kept it close with Indiana. They brought it to overtime with New York. They smoked Atlanta. So you guys, I mean, you guys have to be able to see it here. And then their record is 28-26. They're above 500. They're a very good basketball team this year. 8 points is just way too much. So I'm going to be taking Memphis here. John Morant's on a tear. The whole team's clicking. Desmond Bane is a sleeper candidate for like a very, very good rookie. I don't know who's going to win Rookie of the Year this year. It's going to probably be by default just because, I mean, LaMelo had it in the bag and then got injured. James Wiseman was runner-up. He got injured. So maybe Anthony Edwards. Probably not Pat Williams because the team sucks. So maybe Desmond Bane. Maybe we could look at Desmond Bane. Maybe I would say Tyrese Halliburton, but the Kings are terrible too. So, but anyway, you guys aren't here for that. So I will go ahead and go on to this next game. We have San Antonio playing Phoenix. Phoenix are 9-point favorites, and I think in some books it looks like it's 10, and that's probably right where it should be. I am not a huge fan of this game. I'm probably going to just bet on 3. Maybe I'll do an even number of games tonight, but you guys know I don't like to do even number of bets, so that way I don't have a complete wash. I don't really like that. But I got to be honest, I think for tonight, I think I might do 4. So I'm going to recap them real quick. I don't like the early game, the Utah and the Lakers game, but keep an eye on the injury news because that might change it. If Drummond plays, if Gasol plays, and I can't remember who the third questionable person was, but if they all play, it's not a bad pick. And they have a good chance of winning outright. This Utah team hasn't really played without Donovan Mitchell, so it'll be a new learning experience for them too. It might be a good spot to steal some positive odds. But I really like Cleveland, Chicago. Take Cleveland, take the money line. Just don't even think twice about it. Chicago's very bad. And they play way worse than everyone else, like, on the entire team. Washington minus that 4. If you can get it at 4 or 3.5, they must have updated, like, Bet365 because I'm pretty sure that one was at minus 3.5. But anyway, minus 4 is not bad odds at all. Make sure that you can bet this as soon as you can. Next, I like Boston, minus 5, minus 4.5, whatever you can get it at. I think that is very, very good odds. I feel like that's a very good line as well. I feel like they're going to win by like 6, 7, maybe 8 tonight. And then the last game, Memphis plus that 8.5. So these are probably going to be the 4 games that I bet on. I don't like that San Antonio and Phoenix. San Antonio is streaky, but Phoenix is really good. So it's a tough spot. So I'm going to be betting on these 4 games. So that's pretty much going to do it for me, you guys. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. If you guys did tail me on any of these, make sure you guys comment down below. I went 4-2 yesterday, so I'm on a super hot streak. I hope that I can keep it up after tonight. But yeah, for the most part, this is King Sarah signing out. Peace.